Welcome back to another episode of Light Beer, Dark Money. I'm Sean Noble.
I'm Chris Clements.
And I think we'll lead today. So it's Thursday, September 4th.
It is. It's been only 2 days since I saw you.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
so much has happened.
There has been a lot that's happened. One of the things that is very interesting is I'm sure that there are lots of our listeners who are subscribers to the Free Press.
Yeah.
The newsletter that Bari Weiss started after she left the New York Times. If you don't know who Bari Weiss is, she is a fairly liberal journalist.
She's a definitely liberal
who happens
Democrat.
To be Democrat. Maybe not a Democrat anymore. It's probably
probably an independent liberal, but liberal thinking.
Liberal thinking, Jewish, a lesbian. It kind of checks a lot of the boxes of the left, right?
Yeah.
And she was basically drummed out of the New York Times.
Canceled.
Because she was defending Israel.
Imagine that.
That's where the left is in this day and age.
Yeah.
Someone like that gets canceled, gets silenced. And, so she's like, okay, never mind.
And also she kind of raised the red flag of what was going on in the New York Times.
Yeah.
In terms of their reporting, their editorial, everything.
Well, the whole spiking of the Tom Cotton editorial.
Yeah.
That caused a lot of controversy. So, in the news business, or in the entertainment world, the news of the entertainment world, if you don't follow this stuff, David Ellison, who is the son of, what's Ellison's first name? The Oracle guy?
Larry.
Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison, billionaire. His son David has purchased, done a takeover of Paramount. And CBS News is a subsidiary of Paramount. It's in that Paramount umbrella. And as a result, a lot of things are changing at CBS. There's been this 60 Minutes issue. One of the things that when you read about the insider deals of like when big media conglomerates take over like these studios, CBS News is not a moneymaker.
No, hasn't been for years.
For a long time.
Because CBS News, for years, because of the elevation of Dan Rather, became more left than the rest of the traditional news sources like NBC and ABC. Yeah. And so people who recognize that would never, ever, ever have CBS on their television.
Yeah. Which is
my house growing up being one of them.
Which is historic because CBS was kind of the leader in nightly news as a result of Walter Cronkite.
Oh, we watched Uncle Walt every night. We had like this ritual, especially when we were living here in Phoenix. That's where we kind of learned it.
Right.
We would everybody would gather around the TV. We watched the local news, Channel 10 with Bill Close, and then watch Uncle Walt.
Yeah.
And then once Uncle Walt left, and here comes Dan Rather, my dad changed the channel. Right. We watched ABC with David Brinkley from there on out.
Yeah. So as a part of, David Ellison taking over Paramount, figuring out how to reconfigure this company that he's now running, one of the things he decided was that he wants to acquire the Free Press.
Imagine that.
Good for Bari. She's going to get a huge payout because, there's...
Yeah, and something needs to be said about the Free Press, which has been interesting, is that once she left the New York Times, established herself with the Free Press, which she had been working on before, it's become sort of this conglomerate of different voices.
Oh, yeah.
Conservative, liberal, libertarian, left, not so far left, but kind of sensible commentary. And it's interesting. They have a whole thing on... an excerpt on Amy Coney Barrett's new book,
right?
Which you would never have that before. They just posted an excerpt of Ben Shapiro's new book, today, this morning.
Yeah,
There is really kind of an interesting place.
It has been a great place for news, a great place for commentary, and a lot of humor.
Yeah.
Barry's wife, Ellie Knowles, is hilarious, and she writes a Friday column, TGIF.
Yeah,
so if you don't subscribe to that, you should subscribe to that. She's very funny. Anyway, Ellison has made an offer, or is making an offer to Free Press, to acquire Free Press, and so as a result of that, the discussion is having Bari Weiss come into editorial role at CBS News.
And so they're losing their noodle.
And so CBS reporters, editors, staff are freaking out because they think that that's just terrible. terrible. And, I couldn't think of anything better.
Didn't Donald Trump sue CBS News?
He did sue CBS News.
For something that was going on in their signature program. What's their signature program?
Something minutes.
16 minutes. And what did 16 minutes do?
It edited a interview in which Kamala Harris gave an answer that 60 Minutes felt like was not very good for her to have given, made her look bad. And so the way they edited the piece was that they used a completely different answer to answer the question that they'd asked.
So they edited it to enhance her campaign. Yes. They engaged in what's called electioneering.
Now
and did Donald Trump? Oh my gosh, he won.
He won, and he sued.
And then what happened after that? Somebody late night got canned.
Colbert's contract was not.
Can't remember. Yes, Stephen Colbert got canned.
He got canned.
So lots of changes at CBS.
Yeah. So what's fascinating about the lawsuit was that at first people were like, "Oh, this is going nowhere," but the owners of CBS News at the time, because they're in the middle of trying to make this deal with Paramount, they need to get this done, and so the owner, Linda Redstone, I think is her name, she's like, "Look, we got to settle. We got to get this behind us. It was full-on business decision. Let's pay the money. Let's get it out from under us so we can make this thing happen." So they did.
How much was it? It was like 10 million?
Yeah, 10 or 15 million. I think it's going to like the presidential library.
It's going to his presidential library.
Yeah.
But it was a big victory for him.
Yeah. So here's the story from the New York Post. CBS News staffers apoplectic over Bari Weiss's apparent imminent arrival are threatening to quit. Report. CBS News staffers are apoplectic over reports that Bari Weiss, an avowedly, is that how you say that? Pro-Israel journalist, is on the verge of taking a top job at the Tiffany Network, according to a report. Weiss, the former New York Times opinion editor who quit in 2020 after blasting the paper's illiberal environment, is reportedly in line for a senior editorial role at CBS as part of Paramount's pending acquisition of her startup, the Free Press. There you go. I think this is...
You just can't make it up.
No, I mean...
It just goes to the heart of what's kind of going on in our body politic, that people just haven't gotten the memo.
Well, it does show...
Like in the press...
That, we have
on
argued...
these 80-20 issues.
Yeah, we have argued, and this has been going on for a long time, and one of our good friends, who's been a guest on the show, Lisa DePasquale, has said politics is downstream of culture, which is what Andrew Breitbart believed. I mean, she's quoting Andrew Breitbart when she says that. And what you see now is that culture has shifted. I mean, if CBS News does, in fact, have Bari Weiss in a senior editorial role, that is a cultural shift.
Yeah.
That is a cultural shift.
Well, with and especially somebody who, as we've said, is somewhat of a liberal icon within her realm at the New York Times, and now has become a forceful advocate for free speach, no matter what.
Right.
And that's been the great thing about the free press.
I mean,
This is the free press, meaning we are advocates for free speech.
I mean, it is like the embodiment of the First Amendment.
Yeah. And we want to have different voices within our publication, regardless.
Yeah.
And whoever doesn't like that, okay, you don't have to subscribe.
Right.
I'm a subscriber. I enjoy the free press.
I'm a happy subscriber. I mean,
I subscribe to everything.
You are kind of an oversubscriber.
I am an oversubscriber. Between the Daily Caller, the Daily Wire, and the Free Press, and now just the news, John Solomon. I'm a little over.
Alex Berenson?
What?
You subscribe to Alex Berenson?
On Substack?
Yeah.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
That's a good, another former New York Times reporter who was ostracized because
Christian Toto, Alex Berenson.
I mean, Berenson was first.
Go down the line.
He was first canceled because of his warnings about marijuana and what it did to kids' brains.
Oh, yes.
Turns out he was dead right. And then he was canceled again because he was questioning the vaccines.
Oh, the vaccines.
The vaccines.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So speaking of
vaccines,
I love how these segues just work perfect.
You know, it's a gift that we have.
I don't something. It just it wasn't even planned.
No, it's a gift that we both have. But we know where we're going.
Speaking of vaccines,
we just don't know how.
Florida, Governor DeSantis and his Health and Human Services Secretary or Health Secretary, whatever it is, in the state of Florida, has decided that they will no longer mandate vaccines in the state of Florida. Now, I have to admit that it's a
big thing.
I did not necessarily know that there were actual mandates on vaccines. I thought these were guidelines that you go and take your kid to the pediatrician. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We should vaccinate. Are they mandated here in Arizona?
They're mandated as a condition in many places, even going to school.
Okay.
And you have to. There's a schedule that
You'd
you
think
have to
I'd
maintain.
know this after 8 kids.
Yeah, and if you're not on the schedule or you haven't had certain vaccines by a certain age, certain schools will not allow you to attend. And that's the big controversy, especially with some vaccines that are rather controversial, like the hepatitis vaccine. Like Hep B, Hep A, MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella, where there are parents who believe that these are contributors to certain mental conditions in youth.
Right. So Florida has taken the step of saying we're not going to mandate these.
And just let's be clear, up until 1988, 89, you know how many vaccines there were for children?
I'm guessing it was
7.
Oh, 7?
Yeah.
And
now there's like 200.
No,
it's like crazy.
200.
Not 200, but I mean it's nuts how many it's grown.
There are definitely a lot. Here in Arizona. Okay, Arizona Guide to Immunizations Required for Entry. This is for, like you said, school and childcare. Hep B, 3 doses. Polio, 4 doses. MMR, 2 doses. Varicella, that's chickenpox, 1 dose. DTaP and Tdap and TD, 5 doses. 4 doses and 3 doses, respectively.
Yeah, the doses have gone up. I have it right here. I was exaggerating, of course. From 1983, there were 5 shots. And 2025, there are 70 doses against 17 different diseases.
70 doses. Wow.
70 doses. And then if you include like the flu vaccine or what was being mandated with COVID and other things, like let's speak for myself, we don't prescribe to any of that. Now they're pushing like HPV and Hep B at birth, which is insane because unless your mom or dad are drug addicts,
right?
Which is the case in some instances, but they shouldn't be. It should not be mandated.
Yeah, agreed. Me with all my Hep B scientific knowledge.
Oh, yes, of course. But it's nuts. It's nuts, and part of what Secretary Kennedy is doing today is testifying that we have a major health crisis in this country. We have a developmental crisis in this country, and to the extent that this schedule, which has been mandated across the country, is contributing to that, we deserve to look at that and make sure that's not the case.
Yeah. I mean, it was a contentious hearing this morning.
Of course.
In the Senate. And
of course, but the CDC has been a mess for years.
Yeah.
And I think he's got an A team working with him, and they deserve to get their work completed and be allowed to work. And if people don't want to be a part of that, that's fine.
You're right. So Kennedy fired the director of CDC Director Susan Monterez.
Yeah, Monterez. I mean, she wasn't there very long.
He defended the ouster, saying it was, quote, absolutely necessary to restore the agency to its role as the world's gold standard public health agency. Quote, we are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at the CDC. They did not do their job. I need to fire some of the people to make sure this doesn't happen again. I mean, that he was put in as Secretary of HHS for a reason, and this is the reason.
Well, and the MAHA movement, I believe, really put Donald Trump in the forefront.
Yeah.
It was when Kennedy joined Trump, people who were behind his candidacy took another look at Trump. And probably a good chunk of those people held their noses, voted for Donald Trump because of what Kennedy was doing.
Yeah. I totally
again,
agree.
just go back and read The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And it's one of the most frightening books ever.
Yeah.
Of what this man did to our country.
Well, it's not just Fauci; it's the whole establishment of within the health sector, which is supposed to be the goal is to make Americans healthier.
Yeah.
And it was doing just the opposite. Just the opposite.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the fact that it caused a COVID outbreak.
Well, and also
killed hundreds of thousands.
Well, and also the remedy for that outbreak in these mRNA vaccines, now you're seeing tens of thousands and thousands of people who are claiming vaccine injury. You had at least the last stat I saw was like 40,000 young men who now have myocarditis.
Yeah. Well, and worldwide,
it's unbelievable.
There have been some countries who are being honest about the reporting about vaccine injury and cause of death, and I think it's pretty evident in what I've read that more people perished, that is, died from the vaccine than from COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a stat that is growing.
The cure was deadlier than the disease.
So,
which is sad.
The FDA and European Medicines Agency estimate a baseline risk of about one case per 100,000 vaccinated individuals for myocarditis. Rates reported between 1 and 2,500 in men between 16 and 25.
Jeez.
What people don't understand, that means these vaccines should never have been made it to market.
That's right.
Never. 1 in 20, that's not an acceptable rate, even by their own standards.
Well, it's two things, I think. So there are some who would say...
Males under 30, this is the CDC analyzed just VAERS, which is their voluntary reporting. Males under 30 accounted for 73% of myocarditis cases, and 82% occurred after the second dose of the vaccine.
Wow.
This vaccine is killing young men and injuring them forever.
Yeah.
This doesn't go away.
Right.
Anytime soon.
Well,
you have to kind of grow out of it.
And I think there still needs to be more done to, like, how many deaths were prevented as a result of the vaccine for older people with pre-existing, the comorbidities, et cetera, et cetera. And making sure that we don't make this mistake again, because it was clear that every time someone was saying that a young person or a healthy person should be vaccinated, that was more likely to cause harm than getting COVID itself. And we also know that being vaccinated didn't prevent you from getting COVID.
No, that was the salient
great
point.
lie.
It was you want to talk about the big lie? That
big
was
lie.
the big lie.
You're still going to get it.
We had arguments within our own family about this. Like, well, you're not vaccinated, I'm vaccinated, and I can't be around you, and all this. And it's all just a big lie. It turns out that the greatest cure for COVID was actually getting infected, living through the infection, and having natural immunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the CDC never wanted to speak about natural immunity. And neither did Dr. Faustus,
Right.
as I like to call him.
Right.
Because only a man like that would do a deal with the devil and propagate this big lie. Oh, and what were the other lies? Oh, you need to wear a mask. Masks are big lies. I saw an article yesterday that COVID is on the rise in California, and they're about to start mandating masks again.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They're not really going to do the mask thing.
Oh, yeah.
Again. When they know it doesn't work.
They know it doesn't work. There's tons of studies that don't know it doesn't work. The 6 foot, distancing. That's another big lie.
That was just the stuff that they just made up was just.
Yeah, they just made it up as they went along.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's pretty sad, but there's all this data now that's coming out about the COVID vaccine, and you're better off just getting COVID again and taking an antibiotic and getting through it.
Yeah, or what's that? The stuff that Joe Rogan took that they call
hydroxychloroquine.
No.
Ivermectin.
Ivermectin, yeah.
Yeah, ivermectin. Both of those are used to treat.
Yeah. In hindsight, that would good treatment. So, real quick, just as we wrap this up, because we're running out of time, keep an eye on what we're doing as a country on defending space.
Oh, yeah, that was a big announcement.
That was a big announcement recently, the last couple of days. President Trump, who created Space Force.
Yeah. Which he doesn't get enough credit for that.
Yeah. They're now moving the headquarters, which was they had announced was going to be in, I guess it was it Biden that moved it to Colorado?
It was originally supposed to be in Huntsville, Alabama, which has a tremendous...
Rocket City.
Yeah, I mean, Raytheon's there. There's a bunch of. It is the military-industrial complex is in Huntsville, Alabama, for whatever reason, and so it's a natural fit for that area, and Biden moved it to Colorado because Huntsville, Alabama, was hostile to the abortion issue.
Oh,
that's why he moved it.
Oh my gosh. It's a stupid reason.
And then Trump the other day is like, well, I'm moving it back because Colorado allows mail-in voting.
Oh. Well, it makes sense.
Arizona's never going to get anything then.
It makes sense. I mean, U.S. Air Force did in 2021 identify Huntsville as the preferred choice for Space Command.
Yeah, because of all the infrastructure that's already there.
Yeah, I mean, NASA has had a huge presence there since the beginning, since our attempt to go to the moon.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s. So it makes sense. And
yeah, in fact, I mean, Raytheon, I mean, the race to build weapons, there's always this back and forth between Huntsville, Alabama and Tucson.
Yeah. So as a part of the funding and Space Command is we've got the Golden Dome is what Trump is calling it. This is similar to what Reagan was trying to do with the Strategic Defense Initiative, what they called Star Wars.
Yep.
Which was what Israel has, which is called the Iron Dome.
Yep.
Which is a missile defense operation. And what Trump wants to have is missile defense covering the United States. And he wants to have that done before he's done with
It's one of
before
his big
Yeah,
initiatives.
she wants it done before he leaves the presidency. And there was a lot of money in the one big beautiful bill that
to
goes
kick it off, to get it
towards
moving.
that going.
Yeah.
So
It's funny when we were in DC back in June. A lot of people thought that Pete Hegseth would be gone, and it's just the opposite.
just the opposite.
Just the opposite. He's like putting the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, he's cranking.
Yeah.
He's cranking.
Have you done his workout along with Robert F. Kennedy yet?
No.
The 5 minute. I don't know what they called it. The Kennedy Hegseth.
I don't know about this.
You don't know about this?
I don't know about this.
You of all people?
Me of all people.
Okay, so it's 100 push-ups,
Okay.
50 pull-ups in 5 minutes.
Okay. 100 push-ups, no problem. 50 pull-ups, huge problem.
Yeah.
Pull-ups, I
did 100 push-ups this morning, like in 15 minutes, but I was doing like a round around.
Right. It is the reason I don't do a Murph.
Oh, really? The pull-ups?
Pull-ups. Because for whatever reason, I can probably, if I'm being totally honest, if I'm fresh, I can probably do 7 pull-ups.
Kipping or no?
No kipping.
No kipping.
I don't kip.
Okay. See, that's the other part that
Do they kip or is it just
I think they're kipping.
So it's
but I have to go back and
it's
look.
100 push-ups and
50
50
pull-ups.
pull-ups in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, there's no way I could do 50 pull-ups in 5 minutes. I don't think.
I don't think so either.
And 100 push-ups. I could do 100 push-ups, in, basically a minute and a half. Well, no, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. Because I can pretty much do them 1 per second up until about 50, and then it slows down a little bit.
Yeah. Could you do them on a Bosu ball?
Yeah, I can do them on a Bosu ball.
Okay.
I wouldn't do all of them on a Bosu. That's a little harder.
That's how I do my push-ups.
Wow.
I do it on a Bosu ball because my wrist, it's broken. I need some stabilization. So
right.
I've learned how to do my push-ups on a Bosu ball.
There you go. So
yeah, I can't do a flat hand push-up.
yeah,
Save my
sometimes
life.
it'll
kill
on my
me.
wrist. I might do like the handles.
Yeah, I have to do something like that.
But pull-ups, I've
can
never
do
gotten good at
5
them.
without kipping. I'd probably get 20, 25 in before I'd really start feeling like I'm dying.
I don't. I could do.
I
can
do it. I can't do it in 5 minutes.
7,
I could do probably,
and then I could
7
do
to
another
10 minutes.
4 or 5 after a few seconds rest, or 30 seconds rest, or something. I don't know. I'll have to go time myself on that.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but
how quickly can I do 50 pull-ups?
So Senator Mark Wayne Mullen did it in 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, he busted it out. He accepted their challenge. They sent out like this challenge to the cabinet.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think I don't think Tulsi Gabbard accepted the challenge. Although she'd do it. I don't think she could do it in 5 minutes. I don't know. She's
kind of a badass.
She is a badass. They've got some fit, focused
It's
people
probably
on
the
the
fittest
cabinet.
in
RFK
a long
Jr. is 70 something. Oh, and he did it in like a t-shirt and jeans.
He does everything in jeans.
Yeah, a t-shirt
Freaking
and
hiked
jeans.
Camelback Mountain in
Which is
jeans.
Wow.
Did you see that?
Did he do that
Yeah,
when he was here last
here,
week for the
2 weeks ago, whatever it was?
Yeah, he was here visiting the tribes.
Yeah, he hiked Camelback Mountain in jeans.
That's nuts. I did not see
in
that.
100+ degree weather.
Ugh.
If maybe I might
With
do
a
that
weight
if-
vest?
No, but I might do that if they were the barbell. You ever worn the barbell jeans?
I've not.
They were super soft and like very stretchy.
Oh,
They almost
okay.
like wearing workout pants. But
Yeah.
Levi's? Hell no.
Levi's.
Hell
Camelback
no.
Mountain. Ugh.
Hell no.
Like I would do it. A 20 pound weight, I could do that. And a lot of times I put on a backpack and with all the water in there, it's about that much anyway. So it's fine. But
Not in jeans.
no.
All right.
Keens maybe, but no jeans.
Takeaway for today: don't go hiking Camelback Mountain in jeans.
Don't try to do 100 push-ups with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. At 70. When I'm 70, I want to be that fit. That's just a goal.
Absolutely.
And part of being that fit, listen, if you can do 100 push-ups, no matter how long that takes you, 20, 25 at a time, or whatever it is. And if you can at least do 20 to 30 pull-ups in an amount of time, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a good gauge. All right.
All
Go
right.
be fit.
Be fit. Be free.
Thanks,
God
everybody.
bless.
Take care.